Oh, we're live? Hi everyone. I'm just having my husband's telling me to put my phone down and I'm like, I'm fine with my phone. Just go. Sorry we're a bit late today. And welcome to the Golden Goddess. Who here is ready for a divine activation? I want to see myself going live, so if I have any questions coming up. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, Charisma. Hey, everyone. I'm just waiting for you all to come in. Please hi Camille, please let us know where you're at. I am actually doing today at the top of my head, sometimes I'll use a PowerPoint, but today I'm just going to flow it, rock it, and serve you as best I can. I've got no shoes on. I'm feeling incredibly grounded, and I'd all like you to please take some time to really just feel into the earth and ask yourself, what do you most want to receive today? What do you most want to release, and what do you most want to claim? We're going to go through a whole series of questions. Now, today I'm sharing with you how I had my 48K day, but really at the end of the day, what am I really talking about? I'm talking about service, I'm talking about abundance, I'm talking about owning your holy femme power, I'm talking about getting out of your own way to really deeply serve your community, charge appropriately, and rise up into a deeper level of abundance. And the word that keeps just coming up as I'm speaking to you is service. So my husband's just put up an iPad here so I can see myself and any potential questions coming through. But before we begin, everyone just say hi and let me know, what are you really ready to claim for today? That's interesting, babe. Are you okay there? He's really trying very hard. It's all sort of, yeah. I can't see anyone's comments.
Don't think there is.
Oh, hey everyone. Yes, there are. They're all coming in. Hey everyone. Hey Nadia. Hey Nicole. Hey Empress. Kendra. Hey Elena. Welcome, welcome. Hey April A. So where are you all from? Let me hear. Where are you all from? And what do you do? I want to know, where are you from? What do you do? And let's even get even more clear with an intent. Baby, you're really distracting me. So we're going to use that or not? It's a fail? Okay, we'll let it go. Where are you from? What do you do? And what is your divine intent for today? What do you want to release and what do you want to claim? Hey, Alyssa. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Jolene. Hi, Kika. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, Melanie. My divine husband sitting here running the show. Thank you, darling, for helping me. But we're just going to focus on 1 or 2 cameras today, not 3. Okay. So actually, as I was getting set up today for you, I started writing out also a few notes, and I'm going to go through a process that has allowed me to really make money consistently. So for those of you who don't know me and what I do, I'm a high priestess, I'm a women's wealth advocate, and I'm also a strategist, and I'm the founder of High End Empire, which is our signature program. We teach women how to activate their voices, claim power, charge more, serve deeply without sacrifice and servitude. We also have Six Figure Diva, which is helping women reach their first 6 figures. We also have $1 Million Woman, so that's for women over $100,000 who want to reach $1 million at the speed of light. And we also have a digital agency where we build funnels and run people's ads campaigns. I couldn't get that one out. Having said all of that, you know, we serve thousands of women. We work with women globally around the world. Our clients get incredible results. It was about 4 years ago that I was absolutely struggling in my business. I kept giving and giving and giving. I kept underselling, underserving. I had lost a company in New York due to fraud, and so I kind of was in this state of panic and overwhelm. I felt like a complete loser, and I just kept sort of giving and giving and giving and undercharging, and I was burnt out, and I was really over it. And I sat down one day, I did a deep divine prayer, and I had a really beautiful talk to my spirit guides, my higher self, and the divine. And by the way, the word diva that I use a lot, you know, most people don't understand. It's, a lot of you divine spiritual women will. Diva, D-E-V-A, for the goddess. Really, diva for me is honoring our divinity, because I see so many deeply wounded, incredibly talented women dishonor themselves. So the whole vibration around Diva for me is standing in our divinity, claiming that we are enough, that we know enough, that we don't need to be more anymore. And I really want you to hear what I'm saying here. You don't, and I want you to give me an amen on this, an amen, sister. You don't need to be any more than you are now to claim more abundance and to charge more. You just need to understand how to package up your work, communicate with power, not F it up when you get people in. I've got lipstick, do I? Thank you. Thanks, Megan. Not F it up. Is it gone now?
Yeah.
Not F it up when you get to a sales call because you're so uncomfortable about claiming boundaries, speaking with high emotional IQ, and leading people into making a choice, right? So today, I'm also going to invite you to do a really divine activation with me right in this very moment. We are calling in the Golden Goddess, but really the Golden Goddess represents your most divine, ethereal, energetic set point, right? And we can always go into a golden realm of consciousness at any point. So who here is ready to claim that, to see that they are not broken, that there's nothing that needs to be fixed, that they just need to remember. You just need to remember who the F you are. Yes, you do need to understand advanced business strategy, yes, but that's all learnable. It's a process. It's a proven process that when you apply it and elevate your frequency and see that you are the divine, that you are already the Golden Goddess, you're going to vibrate with such a field of divinity and energy that you're going to draw people to you. You're going to magnetize people to you. How do you become a client magnet? You've got to encode and command that you are the divine, that you are already riches. You're the embodiment of Christ's divine consciousness. You're the embodiment of the divine. I am the embodiment of the Golden Goddess. And now I command that I attract in clients, divine sacred clients that are ready to pay me on time, to pay me with love, to pay me with excitement as I own my holy diva voice and express myself and communicate what I stand for, who I am, how I can help people. Because here's the thing, we are shut down. We are repressed on so many levels because of our conditioning. Can you hear what I'm saying? Hey everyone, how's everyone going? Suppressed, right? Suppressed in our expression. So who here is ready to command that you now release repression and lack of expression and give yourself permission to make your life, to make your business, to make the way you serve so much more frigging juicy, right? Juicy, 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 as you truly embody the truth of who you are, which is the Golden Goddess, which is divinity, which is juiciness, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? How can you attract in that which you desire when your energetic code is all over the place in self-hatred, attack, comparison, scarcity, right? Fear, worry. It's natural and normal as a human being having this experience, or a spirit in a body having this experience, to have emotion, to have all these different feelings. But what we really want to do today is set a new set point. So how do I make money like that consistently? Number one, it's a command. Number two, I have an incredible juicy offer. I have a number of offers. So if you really want to start having more money, it's not just about selling to more people. It's about having a product that is so juicy. I call it the, oh my God, let me give you my credit card offer. You need to articulate what you do and the outcomes of your offer with power, right? And you need to charge appropriately for your work, because if you sell, say, 10 spots at, say, $500, what's that? 5,000. That sort of sounds, is that right? 10 spots at 500, it's 5,000. Yeah. That's kind of sounds good, but you would have to work pretty hard for that amount of money, right? Like 10 people. But what if it was 5,000 or 3,000 even? So 3,000 by 5 is 15. I can't even do my numbers today. I was saying 10 people, right? So 3,000 by 10 people is 30,000, or 5,000 by 10 people is 50,000. So see the difference? See the difference? Now, if you don't have a massive list and you don't have a lot of money to spend on ads yet, this is where you want to be, right? So when I sold those $48,000 packages, I sold a 25K, a 15K, an 8K, and therefore I accumulated that type of income. Obviously the product is good. I deliver on my word. This is not about slapping a high ticket price onto a lame offer. It's about packaging up some of your most potent work, delivering on your word, being in ethics, but also not undercharging and undermining the value of your work. Can I get an amen? Hey everyone. Hey Emily, Kobe, Grace. Woo-hoo. Hey Grace, Ryan, a few Graces. I love the name Grace. My daughter's middle name is Faith. I also love Faith. Okay, so I'm going to go through this process. But as I was writing up this stuff, I was like, watch what I'm doing, because I'm also teaching you how to run videos. So I've welcomed you in now. And now I've asked you about you. I've told you a bit about me. And now I'm going to go into really setting that divine, deeper level of intent today for yourself. So I really want you to open up your field of energy and really tap into for a moment, to really tune into what your next level is. So if you are sitting in this realm of the golden goddess, you're rich and juicy, you trust that your work is sacred, you trust in the abundance, you trust that the clients are coming in, what new level of vibration are we opening? Because we're talking about an opening ceremony as well. What are we opening to this year? What are you opening to right now? I know for me, it's even more ease and more pleasure and more connection, radical growth, deep level of support, play, travel. I'm very into connection and intimacy. I will tell you something, then I'll stop talking for a moment so you can really tune into this. Something that's been happening a lot in my business lately, and it's such a beautiful command. Like, it didn't just happen. You know, everything that we're doing right now is about cultivating a feeling so we can create a new realm of consciousness. And unless you get super, super clear about the feeling of that which you want to receive, right, it's pretty much impossible to create it, right? So what are you opening up to? Now, going back to what I'm really feeling into and what I'm experiencing in my business, which has been an energetic command, I keep having women come to me almost every single day, if not 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day, saying, oh my God, I'm so happy I've met you. Oh my gosh. And this is great. And there's this deep level, and I'm getting almost tingles throughout my whole body. There's like this deep level of respect. There's a deep level of heart. There's a deep level of love. And I feel so honored. And it's not like, oh, it's a business. Like I said, it is a business. We're here to profit, make money, serve, and grow so that we can reach more people, right? But it's even deeper than that, because we're here as visionary leaders and soul empaths, right? To do the work that is really coming through and flowing through for us. We're taking that divinity and the divine downloads and we're birthing that, right? It's incredibly sacred. It's incredibly juicy, but I made a very deep command that I want to share with you because I really want to invite you to replicate it in your own words. And the command was that I really, really wanted to work with these women who felt like soul sisters to me. You know, sometimes people look at me and they think, oh, Ingrid, like where you're at, 4 years ago, I was, doing videos in my garage, almost. I have risen out of the ashes. I have deep respect and empathy for people's suffering. But the way that I work is to incredibly, I see people's almost like their codes and I see their potential, and my job is to activate that and hold that sacred and allow that person to grow and expand, to claim that for themselves and to embody the right frequency, because it's really all there, right? It's just remembering and allowing yourself to feel into that. So that's what I feel that my job is. So it's just this very loving, beautiful exchange. So when we're going to sell, when people are seeing your videos, when you're inviting people into work with you, I just want you to command right now that it's of the highest vibration of love and this deep, deep, deep level of connection. Does everyone understand what I'm saying? I still have it? Okay, wait, I'm going to turn around for a sec. Okay, cool. I hope I'm all got the lipstick off. Does everyone understand what I'm saying? Hey, Jasmine, I haven't seen you in ages. Hey, Fiona. Hey, Cindy. You're amazing too, Hannah. Yay. Okay, so what shift would you need to make, and what would you need to open up to more? You can really see your heart chakra opening up, your actual physical body and the energy field that's permeating out of your body, really opening up to and drawing in exactly what you desire. And how does that feel for you? Is it juicy? Is it lit up? Is it loving? It's soft? It's kind? I feel for me, one of my biggest things is gentleness. Yes, I'm fierce and this and that and all that kind of stuff, but there's a level of ease and gentleness that is very, very important to me. I was speaking to one of my divas who is a divine friend and also works with me today, and I was noticing a little bit of a frequency because I've noticed that in myself. You know, we can only see it in others when it's been something that we may have contended with, right? And that's the energy of like a little bit of panic or overwhelm, sort of a bit of a fight flight energy. And I've lived with that vibration on and off pretty much my entire life until I had a wake up call and thought, and I still work on it, of course, but to calm my spirit, to calm my soul. Because what I find is when you're growing a business and you're wanting to reach out to people and really you're wanting to draw people to you and you want things to be easy, if there's a belief that's running the show behind the scenes that you're not safe or you're not good enough or you have to push and you have to work really hard and you have to make it happen, we create the distortion, right? Where you start to manifest and attract things that you don't want. So let's just chant together, I am now safe, I am now safe, I am now safe, I am now safe to receive. I am now safe to be seen. I am now safe to have rapid divine abundance flow into my life. I'm now safe to grow my income. I'm now safe to express myself. I'm now safe to own my sensuality and bring that forward in my work. I'm now safe to speak my truth. I am safe. I am rich. I am supported. I am abundant. Yes, yes, yes. I might type that up if you want me to later on and put it in the comments here for you all, or I'll email the list as well. Okay, so let's continue now for a second. Although I might have a look down. Hey everyone, it comes through the pores. Hi Andrea, Kika. Your team are incredible too. Bless, says Jody. Thank you. Hey Lisa, Raven. Hey Shane, gorgeous woman. Hey Dagmar, gorgeous woman. So many gorgeous women. And you know, that's what makes me feel so incredibly blessed, is that we're not separate from each other. You know, the work that and the message that I want to bring forward is, as sisters, as soul empaths, as visionaries and leaders of this new dimension, we're together as really one energy. And if you ever see something in someone that you feel triggers you, or you think, oh, I want more of that in my life. I was saying this yesterday. I also have a membership called Million Dollar Diva membership. Million Dollar Diva. It's like a membership healing thing. I was doing a class yesterday in it, and I was saying, just see it and say, I want more of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you send the person love, and you send yourself love, and you say, I want more of that. I want to take some of that energy, or I want to emulate some of that energy and cultivate that within myself. Because we're all part of one another. No one is better than the other, really, right? Someone might just be further along in terms of having personal ownership. So one of the things that I've had to learn in my journey as a teacher, as a leader, is to not diminish my light to make other people feel comfortable. I was speaking about this yesterday. So when I'm inviting someone to work with me or to rise up, I'm inviting them to rise up. So I will open my arms wide and my heart, and I open up my throat chakra and I energetically call that in. But I'm inviting women to stand up on their own 2 feet, because otherwise, if I keep sort of dragging people and like kind of pushing energy, it's sort of like I have to make it happen, but each soul is responsible for their own choices. So it's really been protecting my energy a lot, where I'm not forcing things or feeling like being in my ego that I need to make it happen for anybody. And I also will not diminish myself to make I'm not here probably to make people feel completely comfortable. I want people to feel loved. But what I'm here to do, and might be the same as like, what are you, I'm going to turn it back into, well, what are you here to do? But I'm just sharing this with you because I think a lot of adrenal burn and exhaustion comes from that force energy. So when I talked about having that 48K day, the more that I heighten my vibration, the more respect and love, the more ease, the more that I protect my own field and get out of my own way and stop feeling like I have to make it happen for anybody. It's more this invitation. It's like I can stand there in my full presence and draw people in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because otherwise, if you feel like you need to make it happen, the minute I even say those words, I energetically feel like stress and tightness in every single cell of my being, right? So your job is to vibrate at a really high level, like the Golden Goddess, to unlock the codes and to dance with me and to invite women in to that realm of energy. And I'll tell you that when you emit that energy, you're going to magnetize people. Like basically just being in the presence of that before you even open your mouth, or before you talk about your prices or, pitch your work, there's already this incredible connection that you've established through just the field of your energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you want that for yourself, to say, yes, 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 I command that now. Yes, 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 I command that now. Oh, holy yes. Hey, Anya. Hey, Desley. Hey, Kathleen. Yes, this is my new, thank you, leopard. Got a gold belt. I don't know if you can see it. I put some stockings at the back because my boobs were gaping out and I didn't want to scare you guys. So I put I was like running up the stairs. I was in my bathroom, and I've got family here, or friends here. They're also my new soul family staying because of the fires. And I just like to send a prayer out to all the people at the moment. That makes me want to cry, and all the animals and all the firefighters who are working so diligently to support the people in the fires. Okay, so let's keep going. So yes, I got a pair of stockings and I chopped them off, and I thought the last thing I need to do is keep pulling up my top. Okay, so one of the other things that I want to bring in today is, what if money, service, and love was really one energy? How would that shift things for you? So when I'm doing my work and building my brand and selling, the field of energy and the vibration that I really emit is that my passion first is to serve, but I won't diminish myself and paralyze myself and contort myself and rob or poison myself. I've done that. I did that for decades, and it made me incredibly ill, right? I have suffered from chronic health issues in my life. And so through that, that woke me up to go, I can't run my business like this anymore. I can't run my life like this anymore, because it's a pattern of abuse. Abuse that's perpetuated from usually our childhood. So we have these wounds, right? So you can see, the pattern of behavior. That's my coffee machine. If you can hear like a hum, it's a pattern of behavior. So I just want you to take a moment to just look at any patterns of kind of poisonous or harmful behavior that you're probably bringing into your business, bringing into your relationships, because business is really just a relationship, and usually it extends out into your friendships and how we do everything, right? That's kind of maybe harmful. Does anyone want to share that with me? Hey, Kristen. Oh my God, I haven't seen, oh, that's Kirsten, sorry. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hey, Sandy. So just take a moment to have that awareness around it. For me, I believe that we can obviously have miraculous healing. So I just will like look at it and look at the pattern. So for me, it was always like I felt like I had to make everything okay for everybody. That was how I created control and how I used to make myself feel safe. So my overgiving, people-pleasing tendencies came from me trying to make myself feel safe, right? So it's great to be generous and to be a soul empath, but really if you look at the behavior, it started from probably childhood, right? So just look at it and be aware and maybe do some journaling on it. But the thing that I like to do, because I like to move through my stuff pretty quickly, is just say, I command that it is a release. I command that it is, I am healed. I command that every single cell of my being now releases the vibration of needing to feel safe. I am safe, I am whole, I am clear, I am a divine channel. I am now free and liberated from any story that has brought me pain and suffering. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. You can say commands like that, as I'm sure you know, at any point in any day, right? That makes sense, at any point in any day, yeah, okay. So let's keep going. But I'll go back to that question. So money, service, and love. So I see it as one field of energy, which is just golden divine light. There's no separation, like money's here and service here and love is there. I mean, service is love. Money is a vibration of love. Who here wants to command more money in now, right? Who here wants to command more money? And have it be from a place of love for yourself, love for your clients. It is loving and more nourishing. You're going to create more change in your own life and in your client's life, and in terms of your whole movement of what you're here to really birth and create, having this soul experience or having this experience. Well, you're always having your soul experience, right? But having the experience now, you're here to birth this work, and you're not going to do it from a place of deficit, right? You've got to do it from a place of nourishment. So who here is ready to really command more money in, but to align with the vibration of love, service, and money and abundance being one realm of energy? So if we move into a golden divine presence and light, and I'm closing my eyes for a moment, and I want you to do the same thing. I want you to just feel into every cell of your being pulsing with divine, golden, gorgeous, yummy light. I almost see like every single cell of my being, like a crystalline energy field, right? And you can take a moment, say even 2, 3, 4 minutes every single day to just visualize that. Say, I am one with the divine. I am one with money. I'm one with service. I'm one with love. I'm one with abundance. I'm one with pleasure. I'm one with nourishment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. So whenever you feel yourself going into force or fear, or there's something that's not flowing in your life, in your business, you can return to a very simple invocation like that. I hope you're all enjoying this. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Kenya. Hey, Kirsten. Hey, everybody. Hey, Janice. Okay. So now I'm going to go into the sort of process. I've sort of gone into the energetics, obviously, of having those big months. But one of the things you really want to do is begin to like state a money goal. Like, is it 20 grand? Is it 30 grand? Is it 50 grand? Is it 100 grand this month? What financial amount of money do you want to make? You've got to write it down. You've got to get clear. Then you want to know how many people are you going to be serving? What does that feel like? And what is the price point of your offering? Hey, Dominique. Woohoo! Yes, Kika. And it should be light. That's a beautiful thing. Kika says it feels really light. And that is how we should feel. Like, we want to ground our energy in and not be like off in the clouds, right? But it should feel light. It should feel flowing. That is the divine femme, right? She's just one with the abundance. She's one with service. She's one with love. She's one with money. She knows that she deserves divine financial compensation. And the other thing is, when you command divine financial compensation for yourself, you want to see your sisters receiving it. And when you hire people and pay people and invest in more staffing or new products or services to help your business grow, the way that you treat your family, it all has to be in a field of abundance. So if you want to be treated abundantly, number one, you need to start treating yourself that way, but then you in turn need to treat others that way. Can I get an amen on that? Otherwise, there's no congruence. You're saying one thing, wanting yourself to receive one thing, but you're actually not treating other people with that same level of vibration. Okay? Hey, Ali. Hey, Kiana, gorgeous girl. Hey, Stacy. Okay. Now, I'm going to go into this process. I'm just going to put my phone down for a sec. Excuse me. Okay, so we've got, I could have put it up there, but anyway, AOS. So these are the three kind of areas or secrets that I really want to go into now more deeply. So we've really also already talked about is activation here. There's a few things I want to cover here. So activation. We're activated, we're aligned with abundance, we're aligned with that. And so we got activation. But then I really want to go into another part of this, which is attention. Later on, when you mature your business, you want to go into automation. Okay. That looks a bit messy, but anyway, you'll get it. So number one, we're activated. We've got that sense of activation. We're very clear in the vibration of what we stand for, who we are, what we're attracting, where our boundaries are at. Very, very clear, right? We're turned on, we're lit up, we're on fire. Great. Next is, if you want to start drawing in streams of clients, you're going to need to get attention. How do we get attention? Speaking up, producing content, reaching out to people, making a scene, being very, very clear about what we stand for, what we're about, and expressing ourselves. And I see so many talented women hiding because, as I talked about before, about the repression. So you can just start to command that I release the chains that have bound me in past lifetimes, this lifetime, future lifetimes, and parallel realities now, so that I can claim my voice and get the attention, be seen, speak up, and call people in. So what shift do you need to make to get more attention? Right? What shift do you need to make to get more attention? Okay, next, later on when you begin to mature your business a little bit more, you want to move into automation. Automation has literally transformed my business, not just financially, but also energetically, because I have a funnel, a streamlined sales process that brings people into my business. It's another form of attention. But then when we get attention, we really, really need to nourish and nurture those relationships, which, hello, is also what I'm doing with you right now, right? Why would you part with your cash if you don't know what I stand for? You don't know the quality of my work. You don't really trust me. Before any conversion, you need to have connection, and that comes through your ability to receive and activate attention. Next, with automation, I'm talking about having some sort of free offer where you're sending traffic out there on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, and all the other social media channels that are available right now. Some of them I don't know the names of. They're for probably women under 30. I'll leave it at that. But really, you want to automate. So you want to drive traffic to a free, juicy offer. People come into your business, and you're going to set up a way for them to either get on a call or buy some sort of product, right? When you're selling high ticket offers, chances are anything over a $2,000 price point. I've done $12,000 price points and not had people get on calls, and people literally just buy from, say, a webinar or an automated training or workshop or whatnot, or a live training like this. but usually I've done a very, very comprehensive pitch in terms of all the modules, all the curriculum, the price points, the bonuses, so on and so forth. And usually there has been quite an extensive payment plan. When people are going to be giving you larger sums of money, pay in full, chances are you will be driving them to a call, and I'll come to that process here in sales. Now, the next part of this is your offers. At the end of the day, you need that, oh my God, let me give you my credit card offer. I'll just draw that up. The offer needs to be, I think this sort of paper's falling down, babe. Oh, there, it's okay. So your offer, what does it need? What are the key components of, oh my God, let me give you my credit card offer? It needs to speak to the problem. It needs to be clear as F on what you're providing. The transformation needs to be incredibly clear. You need to know exactly who you're speaking to, and then you need to map out the kind of client journey. What are you taking them through? What's the process? And what are the core outcomes? If someone's going to part with their cash, you need to position your work with power, and you need to be very, very, very clear on what the core outcomes are. Okay? Most women are not the best at expressing that either, once again, from suppression, but it's just also another sort of skill that you want to master. Can you hook that up for me?
Just skip that bit of paper.
Okay, sure. We'll just keep going. Okay. So offer, outcome. So when you work with us, instead of taking forever to get your copy and your messaging really crafted well so it clearly articulates to your ideal client what it is you do and how you can help them, we have what we call, swipe files. We have literally 30 or 40 different niches, from parenting to sexual healing to branding, mothering, love coaching, you name it, business coaching, strategy, ad management, any genre that or niche that you're working in. Basically, we have an offer for you, a title, a tagline, all the outcomes, the positioning, the pricing, you name it, and you literally have the right to take that offer and use it and start selling it almost immediately. I had a beautiful new woman join my program. I won't use her name right now, just 2 days ago, and she's already closed 3 5K sales in the last 48 hours, and she was almost not going to work with me, and she was going to wait till March. And I'm happy that she didn't wait. So it's really possible for you to be able to make that level of income very quickly when you package up an offer that is basically like a no-brainer. It's so juicy. It's so specifically targeted to that person's problem that people are like, oh my God, thank you, yes, where do I pay, right? Okay. The other thing around that, though, is going into the sales process. And this is another area that people can tend to really stuff up, and it's something that I've had to master. I used to hate sales. Selling used to make me want to vomit. You may have heard the story that when I did my very first webinar, I didn't pitch because I was so worried about people thinking I was a money-hungry cow. So really beautiful, divine sales starts always with love, heart, connection, intention. Your ideal client, most of all, needs to be heard and seen. There's a level of professionalism, and you can't bring in force. We're very clear and we're very transparent in my brand, and I encourage you to do the same thing. We say, yes, we want to sell. We believe if we are a fit and you have the right energy and mindset to, and it doesn't mean that you don't have fear. It doesn't mean that you don't sometimes feel insecure. But when I'm saying the right energy, it's just that even if you're crawling, I always say on your hands and knees, you have a willingness to learn, you're coachable, you're prepared to do the work, the process will work and you will make a lot of money. I've had people do like 200 grand in 2 months, like Ania. Abby did 185,000 in 4 months. Molly had a 6-figure business in 6 months. Vanessa did the same thing. Tarzan went from $1,000 day rate to $3,000 day rate to $50,000 months to 125,000 paid in cash launch on one of her offers, onwards and onwards and onwards. So how does that all happen? It also happens by really mastering the energetics, mastering your offerings, and also mastering the energetics of sales. You've got to understand psychology. You've got to know how to hold that space. You've also got to know how to deliver your work. You've got to know how to, just really make people feel safe. Now, before I even really go into massive sales, I'm also doing all the other stuff, which is the attention, the nurturing, the content, and all of that. So by the time someone's gotten to a call, what have I done? I've really substantiated my knowledge. They're very clear about my energy before we go really pitching. However, one of the divine invocations that I've really allowed myself to embody is that I just sell with so much love and grace, and I do it every single day. So if you only leave with that intent and that invocation today, people flow into my life, people flock into my life. People say yes. People say yes. And then you've got to make sure that you deliver on your word. Otherwise, the whole thing isn't congruent and this starts to break down anyway. So I think really powerful divine sacred sales is really all about ensuring that it comes back to the premise of everything, which is service, to serve. So if it serves a person to ascend, if it serves a person to heal their marriage, if it serves a person to restore every cell of their being and be cancer free, whatever it is that whatever genre you're working in, if it serves a person to release sexual trauma and have a more intimate, juicy life and marriage, that transformation is so worth the price that you're paying, and it goes back to service. So, for me, I'm so impassioned to help women rise out of shame and scarcity and self-hatred and doubt and fear. That is the driving force. The money is the result of having a package that's juicy as F, delivering on our word, delivering an incredible service, and reaching thousands upon thousands of people. Now, when I first started, my list was really small. I think I had about 500 people on my list. I always say a list skinnier than a supermodel. Ha ha ha. It's probably even skinnier than a supermodel, but anyway, you know what I mean. But really, even if you have a small list or no list at all, you can start selling high end very quickly, right? If you have a little bit more of a database, even like a couple of thousand people, you could make $100,000 incredibly quickly once you get your voice on fire, your messaging, your offer crafted, and you don't screw up the sales process because of your fear, because you're kind of in the sense of scarcity. It's very, very important. It's something that I actually love to do because I feel that I'm in service, and then that person can make the choice whether they want to buy or not. I call it as it is. If I feel that something needs to be said, I would rather have that person blow me off and say no to me than to bullshit that person and lie and fluff around. Because really, at the end of the day, when people have calls with us, we intend, whether they buy or not, and I say we, the people that work with me and my beautiful divine divas who are incredibly gifted and awesome, the intention that we have is to serve, whether it's a sale or not. Okay? To serve, to be real, to be transparent, to be honest, to say what needs to be said with respect, with love, and with integrity. So that is my divine presentation for today. I hope that you've gotten lots of value out of it. If you would like to speak to someone on my team, the best thing to do, and Megan, who's on my team, will put out the URL, but it's the CEODivaChat.com. I want you to know that you are really deeply held in that space. We don't do pushy, sleazy sales. What we will be doing is analyze your business, see where you're at. If we feel that we are a match, we will potentially make an offer, and then you choose whether you want to work with us or not. That's your choice, and we respect that. My energy is really about activation and making you sure that you really rise beyond the noise, any confusion and overwhelm, so that you can make more money, have more fun, have more pleasure. Life goes by incredibly fast, as you know. There's so much suffering on the planet. And with us all rising and working in this way and following the process that I teach, honestly, I believe each woman standing in her own power, her own divinity, being financially abundant is probably one of the most powerful ways that we can influence and shape our humanity. I believe that the divine femme is here to absolutely do that from a place of nourishment, though. We can't have these wounded, exhausted women walking around and expecting to create global change. It starts with each of us embodying that new level of consciousness, nourishing ourselves, being full, and that having that ripple effect, that flowing effect where my work goes on to someone else's work, like life, and then gets spread out. And your work then passes on, and like lots of people come to work with me and my team, and they infiltrate the information and they go out and disseminate it and disperse it on. And it's this big flowing, unified field of energy. And that's exactly what people will be doing when they come to work with you, as they already are. I would like to get an amen on that. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so it's not done from a place of deficit and force and exhaustion and under earning. The only way that we can sustain this and do the work that we're called to do is to be balanced and full and nourished and supported. And it starts with making that choice to learn the systems and the processes and the strategy that is needed to create $1 million, a multi-million dollar, a $10 million, whatever it is that you want to create. You might want to just have a $100,000 business a year. Having a $100,000 business a year, at the end, when you get the strategy on point and you do the emotional and strategic kind of integrations, some people go through it really quickly and some people take a bit longer, but you will get there. That's not, I think, as long as you stay the course. The people who don't make it are the people who quit. So one of the most beautiful decisions I made, I call it my holy vow, is I said to the Creator, said to Source Energy, my spirit guides and my own self, that no matter what, I am going to figure this the fuck out, and I'm going to do it in a way that is sustainable and streamlined and juicy, where I have time for myself, I have time for my family. I get to work with the most incredible women around the world. I get to have this incredible abundance. I get to pay it forward. I get to share from my heart. I get to wear what I want, speak how I want to speak. I'm not controlled. I used to work in advertising in New York and the States, and I got my first job at a current affair in Sydney in Australia, which is in media, if you don't know, at a TV station called Channel 9. And I was sharing a story the other day about feeling like I always had to work harder than all the big boys. I was always fighting. I always had to watch that I wasn't too sexy or too outspoken or too confronting. And now I just do, I don't know, where am I going? And now I just, that was really important to me. After working in corporate, I've worked as a business development manager as well. I was a corporate ad executive at the age of 28 in New York. I remember I told a story the other day about sleeping under tables, being so exhausted. I had to be the first woman in. I was always the last person to leave. I was about one of the only women there. And it was grueling. And I really didn't care whether I probably just earned, $50 or $60 or $70 or $80,000 a year at the beginning of my journey, just so that I could live in accordance to my own sense of self and my own sense of self-respect, and not have to buy into some exhaustive patriarchal way of working, because it still is, things are changing, but there's still a lot of patriarchal kind of abuse going on in corporate, right? So I wanted to be free from that, and that was another really big intent for me. And so I had to figure it out along the way. And so the work that I teach is really about taking all those years of experience and bringing them forward to you. I'm a copywriter, I'm a strategist, I download content and information for people at the speed of light. When you work with us, it's not just like brainstorming, and we do that as well, but we really look at your offers, we look at the copy, we look at the messaging. In my High-End Empire Diva Mind, we have 6 classes every single week. You don't have to come to 6 classes. They're up there for, like, if you need a question answered, if you want to speak to a copywriter, if you want to speak to a tech person, if you want to speak to an ad strategist, if you want someone looking over your offer, that is there and available to you. We have healings, So we're also bringing in that beautiful healing realm into our work, because at the end of the day, you know, the strategy is really important, but also the energetics and the emotionality that you're emitting, as we've talked about today, is so important. So we cover all of that as well. So I hope that I've been of service. Is there any questions or anything that needs to be said or covered, Megan?
No, nothing.
We're all good. Okay, divas, thank you for your time. I am just going to beam out at you so much love. I see you all rising up. I see you all incredibly abundant. I see you all shining your light into the world. I see you all feeling really juicy and electrified, turned on and lit up. I see you all serving, and just want to thank you once again for your time. I'm sending you so much love, blessings, and thank you for watching.
Hello, gorgeous woman. If you're watching this video, chances are you're on the fence about whether or not to commit and invest with Ingrid Ahne and her team. And I just want to tell you to do it, because 14 months ago, I did it, and it's the absolute best decision I ever made. It was a huge leap of faith for me to make the investment. I had to put it on my credit card. I needed someone who was like me, who was also a mother, who was also spiritual, who also actually gave a real damn about her clients. And I really felt that from Ingrid from day one. In the first 8 weeks in my business when I was working with Ingrid, I made 17.5K, which for me was life-changing, because I'd only been making 3 to 4K per month in my business up to that point. And I have scaled beyond that with rapid ease and grace. I have my first 30K month in September, and now I am looking at a whole new horizon of $500,000 next year. So if you're ready for more money and more nourishment, book a call with Ingrid's team now.
I have been so lucky to work with Ingrid and to watch her work with so many people. She is the mistress of space holding. What I have found for myself, and I see this with other women too, just being in her vortex, it just is life-changing and has created so many shifts for me and for so many others. So when I first started working with Ingrid, I was like, you know what? I would say not even consistently earning like maybe 10K a month or so. And very quickly it went to 20 and then 30. And since then I've had upwards of 100K months paid in full. It's just really life-changing. And what I love most about learning from Ingrid is she really is living it, and she is like, just being around her is like an activation. And I see this in her community. I'm so proud to be in that community and just like to soak it up. Just being in her vicinity makes things go pew. Thank you so much, Ingrid. I can't wait to work with you again.
In 2017, I earned a little under 20,000 euros, which was at the bare minimum. I didn't have to pay taxes because I earned so little. And then within 2 months of working with Ingrid, I made 70,000 euros. And my numbers have only gone up over the last year.
Yeah, in just 2 months, you know, while I was super busy, suddenly I was guided to create a webinar. Even though I hadn't gone through all the content yet, I just felt guided to create it and put it out there. I did the webinar, and then I instantly sold like 5 25K packages from that. I can't even express how grateful I am to you, Ingrid, and to all of your team.
It has been an incredible ride. I was kind of very scattered and confused and not sure how I was going to up-level my business or how I was going to reach more clients. And I think it was in about 5 weeks that I went from kind of just having a handful of clients to drawing in 15 high-end clients. And the level of support that Ingrid has provided has been immeasurable. Like, seriously, the impact she has had on me and on my family is just priceless. And if you are looking for somebody who can hold you and guide you and give you really, really clear, phenomenal strategy, marketing advice, and who can assist you in your own personal evolution and ascension, it's got to be Ingrid.
When I came into the program, I was feeling burnt out and pretty resentful and overworking, and I had a lot to really get through. And since I've been selling high end, I've sold over 53,000. That hasn't even been full time. I'm just so grateful for the support and like really fine-tuned, feminine support and feedback for how to make this accessible for people.